Pleased to be joined now by Back's assistant coach, Carter Cochrane, for Saturday's post-game interview following a tough 2-1 defeat at the hands of the West Kelowna Warriors. Carts, as always, we'll start with your general thoughts. I mean, it was tight all the way through. You guys go up by one on the power play, then they even it, and then, of course, they kind of felt like they stole the 2 points in the end with that late goal. What are your kind of thoughts on this one?
Yeah, it's obviously a very disappointing result considering the first 54 minutes of the game and just kind of the way that we feel like we maybe didn't dictate the pace of the game, but we definitely controlled the flow of it. We were able to kind of play the game on our terms for the most part. And, they're a very transition-oriented hockey team, and they like to try to create chances off the rush, and they're not afraid to trade chances with teams. And, I thought we did a really good job of making them come through us in order to get their opportunities. And they've got some skilled guys and they're able to sustain some zone time, but I thought we did a good job of keeping them to the outside. And, if you look at our 5-on-5 game as a whole yesterday, especially defensively, it was really positive. And today, I think, for the most part, again, same thing. And, we should be sitting here with, at least a split on the weekend and being able to build really focused on the positives. And, it's going to be a lot more work to, really keep that mindset just because we did come away with 2 losses. But, I think it's an important learning lesson for our guys here. And there's still going to be a lot of growth from it for sure.
So just going off of that, then some people might look, at the 38 shots allowed and think the defensive effort might have been different than what you said. So we know sometimes that doesn't tell the whole story. Can you maybe just elaborate a little bit on the defensive side of the puck for you guys?
Yeah, I think they had something like 14 shots in the first 10 minutes with 3 power plays. And, and I think they generated a lot of shot opportunities from their power play. I think that if you look at the overall game and, we're not always perfect with our tracking, but we had them down for 4 chances against on us. So, as a whole, when you limit, back-to-back games now between 9 and 10 chances in total, you expect a different result. And, I think that they may outshot us, but I think I know we outchanced them, and we definitely created more high danger looks, and we're able to get pucks into the danger areas and create a lot more second opportunities than we did yesterday. So I think we took a step forward offensively today, which is hard to say when you only score 1 goal, but you can definitely feel it coming. And, I think we're at a much better base now than we were when the season paused in November there. And, guys have put a lot of work into building up our games and getting ourselves to this point. And unfortunately, we just don't have the results to show for it yet. And it's a competitive group, and you can feel the frustration on them already. And it's just a matter of making sure that we channel it the right way and use these few days off here to kind of reset. And, as I probably say at every interview, but we're going to build off the positives and learn from the negatives. And it's just something that we can't reinforce to these guys enough, because it's very easy to come out of a game like today and only focus on the 7 minutes that finished and not the full 60. And I think that there's a lot of things that we can utilize here to get better. And, we're definitely going to do that.
You told me going in, one of the keys was special teams. Can I just get a word first off, the PK going 3 for 3 in the first period, and then the power play did break through and got the go-ahead goal?
Yeah, so I think from a power play standpoint first, like obviously anytime your power play scores, it's a huge advantage. And to give us the lead there in the way they did it, just it just credit to our guys adjusting too. So I think that was one thing we struggled with yesterday against Vernon, was being able to adapt to what they were giving us. And I think we were trying to force the issue a little too much on our end, and we wanted to do things our way, and maybe they weren't giving us the opportunities we wanted. And instead of changing our game, we were just kind of trying to just drive it the way we wanted to. And I think today our group, both units, did a lot better job of just kind of reacting to what West K gave us. And we faced a little bit of a different kill, but we just worked it up top really well there. And good job by Joe. He had a couple opportunities to shoot. The lane closed down, but he showed shot each time and really got those guys in the middle of the ice to bite. Opened up a little bit of space for Sully on the side, and it's a great shot there. And that's something that we expect from Sully. And obviously fans watching from home haven't been able to see a whole lot of him yet, but he's a guy that has the ability to do that every night. And that's something that we're going to need here if we continue to be this offensively challenged. And, our power play is going to need to to do what they did tonight. We need to do it consistently moving forward. And from a kill standpoint, I think we made really good adjustments today. I think yesterday was obviously a big negative for us, going 1 for 3 on the kill, and really impressed with how our group responded early in the game and made the adjustments we talked about in pregame. And it's disappointing that they tied it up with a power play goal late there, and it's definitely one we'll dissect a little bit more on video just on the first watch back through. It's a nice play and it beats through a lot of sticks, but it's definitely a noticeable difference between Vernon's first power play goal yesterday, where it seemed like Tonelli only had to maybe beat 1 stick to get to that cross seam, and today we made them force to get through 3 sticks, and unfortunately that even wasn't enough. And I think there's still more that we could have done from a standpoint to keep that puck out of our net, and I'm just going to make sure that we don't let that happen again.
What are your thoughts on, say 36 saves on 38 shots? What are your thoughts on his performance tonight?
Yeah, I think it was a really good response for Owen. He's going to be disappointed with the result. I think his competitiveness is something that we've talked about a lot since acquiring him, and he's a guy who hates to lose. And he was very disappointed last night in the result. And I don't think, again, we talked about it last night, I don't think he played a bad game yesterday. And to see the way that he responded and see that competitiveness come out in him today, really makes me think that the next start he has is going to be another really good one. And I think it was a team effort. We talk about the 4 chances against, but they put a lot of shots on him from the outside, and he was challenged at times, but he just looked calm and poised in the net the entire game. And, I think we would have liked to get him the win tonight, and I think we could have done more to help him out there. But no, I just think he's a calming presence for us. He's been great working with Vandy as well, and we're really excited about the tandem we have.
Who else stood out for you guys, do you think, tonight in a positive light?
Yeah, I think that, in games like this, it can be easy to focus on the negatives, and I think that it's important for us as a group overall, and we had these conversations already about just trying to take some positives and move past it. And I think even as a coaching staff, it's important for us to do that as well. And, I think feels like we're flashing back to September and we're 2 games in and we're talking about Noah Serdachny again and the impact that he's made for a young guy. And, we've been through so much already this year that I think a lot of our guys who came into the year as younger players or rookies or whatever you want to call them, they're matured in their own way. And Dak's a guy that's really taken those steps through the past few months here. And there's just a maturity to his game that you don't see a lot in 17-year-olds. There's patience with the puck. It's about using his eyes to create lanes and opening up opportunities for his teammates. He got another assist tonight, and probably could have had a couple more if we bear down on our chances. And I think that he's really a guy that's going to be exciting to watch moving forward here for us. And he wasn't the only guy who played well. We've talked about Sazy and Dak, and up front, I think Drew Bennett had another solid game, and he's one of the guys who I think could have capitalized on a few chances tonight. We might be having a much different conversation here. It was a really good response by Sully as well, and a big goal for him. I liked our back end again as a whole. It's just, it's tough for them to be playing back to back after such a long layoff, and I thought we did a really good job of, keeping a transition hockey team to the outside and forcing them to have to dump pucks in and work for their chances, and we definitely made them do that. Just a matter of we need to be able to provide the run support for ourselves offensively so that these defensive efforts don't go to waste.
That's it. Other than looking ahead, I guess, to a few days off when you guys will, it's going to be 4 games in 5 days. So how important are these next couple days? There's some challenges, of course, Easter weekend not being able to get ice, but looking ahead to 4 and 5, how do you kind of approach that?
Yeah, it's a unique challenge, and it's one that you probably can't prepare for until you get into the thick of it. And it's good. We've got a lot of bodies, and we got some young guys that are really itching to get into the lineup here and make their Silverbacks debuts. And I think that's something that could be coming in this week moving forward here. Vandy's got to get back in the net as well, so I think it's a good opportunity for some other guys to get into the lineup and showcase what they can bring. And I think especially you look at our offensive performance over the last 2 games, that there's an opportunity for guys to step in and, maybe move up the lineup or claim a job and, be able to show what they can bring to help us in that way. And, I think the challenge of Easter weekend right now might be a little bit of a blessing just to kind of keep it. Would be pretty enticing to want to get back on the ice and try to work on some things and try to iron out some of the kinks. But I think the time away is going to be good for us. We'll still stay pretty active as best we can, doing stuff virtually, and I know having guys do workouts away from the rink, and just to make sure that we don't lose a step. But you mentioned 4 and 5. I think after this week we finished with 13 and 21, so it's not like it's going to be getting any easier for these guys. And but I don't think that you told me we were playing in 7 and 7 next week. I don't think anyone's going to say no to it. So it's going to be a good challenge, and that's the great thing about 20 games in 38 days is you can't sit around and sulk about a poor performance for too long. You got to get right back on the horse and try to get things going again. So it's going to be a good week, and obviously looking forward to more Vernon and West K.
Lots more to come. Thanks so much for taking the time.
Thank you.